Right, I'm going to show you how to draw this Allosaurus, and this is the easiest method that I know of, and it's a bit of a cheat, but as far as I'm concerned, whatever gets the job done, that's all that matters. We're going to use charcoal pencils, and there's one light, two medium and two dark, and there's a white one. I probably won't use the white one. Kneadable eraser is a necessity. It's like a bit of kind of putty, really, but we're going to use that for a reason. Craft knife, just to get some charcoal on the paper, I'll show you that in a minute, and a piece of kitchen paper, kitchen towel, whatever you want to use. So that's what we're going to use. A couple of bits of masking tape as well, and that's it, and I'll show you how this is done. Right, first thing we want to do is we're going to have to tint the page to a kind of mid-tone colour. So throw all that out of the way. Need the craft knife, and I'm going to use the dark charcoal pencil, and I've got light, medium and dark written on them. All I'm going to do is just scrape charcoal off the pencil onto the page, as long as it's enough to cover the area that the skull is going to be in. Right, less is best because we can add more. It's difficult to take some off. This is important. Go in circles. Don't go horizontal, vertical, diagonal. You'll get streaks. So just go in circles. And if this is not dark enough, then I can put more on. And it probably won't be. Right, probably not dark enough. Same again. Nope, still not dark enough. If you imagine the paper is white and you imagine that the charcoal is black, we want somewhere kind of in between. That should be not bad. That's not too bad. I'll put a bit more here. Also, you want to fade it at the edges, so you just kind of do the middle, and as it starts to wear off the kitchen roll, you start to go to the edge. should be okay, I hope. Right, this is where we cheat a little bit. Got the picture. What we're going to do is transfer the picture to the paper. So I can see that the skull is round about that area. If you need to be able to see it, you can hold it up to the light so that you can see the outline. The idea now is to rub charcoal over the thing. I'm going to need my other pencil. And just get rid of that dust. Right, so now I can turn it over, place it where I want. I'm going to put it right there, and a couple of bits of masking tape. If you can get really crap masking tape, even better, because the less it sticks, the better, because it won't damage the paper. So the idea now is that is stuck down, I can lift it and I can put it back. Using absolutely anything, I'm just going to use a pencil. I'm then going to trace just kind of the important stuff. So if I do the outline here, just to show you, and you get a quick outline. So it's a kind of quick way of tracing it. The main thing though is when you're tracing it is don't lean in the paper, because you'll just push the charcoal off the paper and leave a big mark. And every now and again just check, make sure it's coming through. And don't have to get every single mark, because we're just going to guess it once we get the main lines in, because that's kind of most of the work done. So now if the masking tape is rubbish enough, it will just effectively fall off. And that is a drawing, and we can just use the printout as a reference. With that done, pretty much that is all the hard work done. All we need to do is put in darks and lights. The mid colour is already there, and we're almost done. So be careful not though to outline everything in black, because it'll just look like a comic book and that'll be rubbish. For any bits that are kind of in the middle, you can just put light bit of sketching like that and then just smudge it. Right, time to sharpen the pencil and keep going. Now the bit here is kind of in between dark and light, so I'm just going to go lighter. Then there's some shadows there, so just smudge that a bit. This bit. What I do is get the tissue paper, kind of put it to fold it to its at a point there, and then just use that to pull it down. You can use fancy things like these, kind of blending stump, but I never use them. I just use a bit of kitchen paper. And you can use the side of the pencil, cover a bigger area, like that. These are all kind of middle tone areas. Teeth have all got a kind of dark area on one side, so I'm just going to put a line at the side. And then I'm just going to use what is already on the piece of towel just to kind of put colour on the teeth. Right, before I show the highlights, I'll do another couple of dark bits. Right, that's most of the dark stuff done. Still need to do a couple of middle tone bits here. Again, I'm only using the actual charcoal that's on this bit of paper. If I need more charcoal on this bit of paper, I can pick it up from there, or there, anywhere. Right, that is pretty much most of the really dark stuff done. Still some kind of shadows in the teeth and stuff like that, but most of the black stuff is done. So how do we get the white stuff? Kneadable eraser. With this thing we can shape it to anything we like. So if I shape it to a kind of point, I can then drag it up here to take away what's already there, to take it back to the white paper. If the background middle tone isn't dark enough, then you won't be able to see this white running down the edge. Right, just keep turning it, reshaping it to a point again, or an edge, whatever you need. need to make it to a fine point to try and get the teeth. And again, keep turning it, reshaping it. Right, last couple of bits up here. These are really not important, so I don't really care about making them exact. Right, this time it's just any extra bits that I think should be a bit darker, or kind of cracks that I want to put in it. Just tap some pores into it as well. Right, I can leave it at that. But that is about the quickest method, even though it takes a while, still the quickest method for drawing something like this, or any portrait, because you don't have to actually draw it, you're tracing it initially. So there you have it. One last thing though, I still think it should be darker up here where the light meets the background. So I'm just going to use what's in the back of the paper and just lightly come in here and make it a bit darker. And again, it's easier to add, so I'm just going to put another bit here, very and like I said, I don't want to outline it, so not too much. Just kind of blend that in, put a bit up here, so the background looks a bit darker up here. Looks a bit better. It just makes the highlights stick out a bit better. Okay, this time I am definitely done.